Hey, welcome everybody to Acres. So we just got home from an auction. I know you guys have heard me talk in probably half of my videos about how I got this or I got that at auctions. They pretty much go all summer long. I found this website called go2auctions.com. That's all one word, go2auctions.com. And you can punch in your zip code there and it'll give you all the auctions locally, almost all the auctions. A couple guys don't join, I guess, but we do that throughout the summer. We find lots of cool stuff, and it's usually on a Saturday. We find lots of cool little things to either buy for ourselves or to turn around and sell and make a little bit of a profit. So it's something that a lot of people ask about on homesteading. What can you do to make money? This is one of the things we do. And the missus started an eBay store, so she's been selling a lot of stuff on eBay, and it's they just started this thing with the Venmo and eBay and PayPal where you're gonna have to get a 1099. Even though it didn't happen last year, I believe next year or this fiscal year it's going to count. Both years are going to count. I don't know how they're going to work that out just yet, but I'll deal with that when I have to. So this is our haul from today, and I will be showing you parts of the day, how it went, and then we'll get back. We're gonna unpack this in the meanwhile when y'all get back, so stick around because we're gonna go through. It's kind of like Christmas for us, we get to dig through all of our boxes of junk, and honestly a lot of it is junk. That's a lot of this comes from estate sales, and they literally just pile junk in just to get rid of it. I might find one thing in a box of stuff that I want, so I'll bid on the box, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But you'll see, I didn't show a whole lot of the day just because I didn't want to invade people's privacy, even though it's I guess a public place. I probably could have. Anyhow, hope you enjoy. Stick around and we'll do the unveiling of all the cool stuff we got. I had some requests to see some of the auctions we go to. This is the first one of the season, pretty exciting. So I'll just kind of take little snippets throughout the day. So this is one of our smaller auctions of the season. It's small consignment, has a bunch of farm equipment and then a bunch of random household stuff. Nothing big. Don't really have my eye on a whole lot today, but we'll see.
1, 2, 3,
all right, so it's going good so far. I just bought a lot of steel for $150. Probably $1,000 worth of steel, easy. That one I'll use. We got a bunch of other stuff we're going to turn around, throw on eBay, and try to sell it. So I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Got probably 4 or 5 more hours to go. All right, so it's about lunchtime. Taking a quick break. We still have all the equipment to hit over here. We're doing an estate portion right now, and just a bunch of random junk in this one, household stuff, dishes, kitchenware, drapes, tablecloths, you name it. I rarely find anything useful in these piles, but occasionally.
30 bait, 20 pound, 30 bait, 20 pound, 30 pound, 30 pound, 40 now, 40 5, 40 pound, 50 now, 5 50 pound, now 60 now, 5 50 pound, 70 now, 75 70 pound, 70 pound, 2900, 3,000,
I don't normally buy a lot of equipment from these auctions. It's kind of fickle on how the pricing goes too. A lot of it depends on weather. The crowd is the biggest determining factor on how much this stuff is going to sell for, so the weather can determine the crowd. I don't really need any of this. I'm not actually doing agricultural stuff. I have my own tractor. I keep my eye open for implements. Like there's I wouldn't mind a bigger disc for doing my neighbor's field. I wouldn't mind a dump truck. I wouldn't mind a cultipacker for doing food plots. But a lot of times these prices just get a little outrageous. Last year at an auction we saw this pallet of fencing, and we do need some fencing. Rolls of 330-foot red something or other cattle fencing, and normally at the store around here they're like $230 a roll, and they sold at this auction. I mean, they were still new, but they had been sitting out, but they sold at this auction for $275 a roll, so more than what brand new would cost. So people get caught up in the bidding sometimes, and they don't really pay attention a lot either, because a lot of times it'll be by the piece. So there's a pallet that has say 6 rolls of fencing, And the auctioneer says right from the beginning, this is by the piece, and then somebody thinks it's for the whole pallet, so they think they're paying $275 for a whole pallet when it's only $275 per roll. So that's something you got to pay attention, otherwise you'll get yourself in a pickle real quick. All right, so I just cashed out $366. Mrs. H bought a bunch of boxes of miscellaneous stuff. She's gonna try to sell some of that. Some of it's to keep. They're wrapping up for the day. Probably got another 20-30 minutes left. Nothing crazy. First one of the season, so next weekend there's a really big one. I'll probably take some video of that one as well. All right, so we just spent the last hour going through our goodie boxes. Let's take a quick look here. We'll start on this side. So basically everything between us and the zero-turn lawnmower right now came from the auction today. I spent $366. My big score for the day was this pile of steel. This is 4" by 4" square tubing, 1/4" wall thickness. There's 3 4" pieces and 2 there's 3 4-foot pieces and 2 8-foot pieces. I got all of that for $150, and that stuff goes for $35 a foot. So in reality, that's about $970 worth of steel for $150. I'm going to use it for welding tables. Anyway, the rest of the stuff here, a buddy heater, a battery, some cool military style gas masks with some brand new filters. I don't know if they're any good anymore. Whole bunch of home decor stuff. The missus is going to be selling a bunch of this stuff. Battery, let's see, working our way over, got this box. It's got some bird poo on it, but it's a really nice food saver. A big model with a whole bunch of bags, a whole box of the food saver bags that go with it. This whole box of old books, really old, like pre-1900 books. So probably be selling some of those. Might keep some of them. My favorite things of the day, I got that rope over there. There was a whole bunch of stuff in this one tote, and that rope was one of them. And I've been looking for another arborist rope that I can use as a safety line. That's 110 feet. And that, along with a bunch of other stuff, I got for, I think it was $40. So a good score there. All these old, I don't know, catchers pads or hockey pads or whatever they are. Right, those are probably, you know, motorsport pads, shin and knee guards. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about the rope. We got these this plates, these bulletproof vest plates, along with the vest and a neck guard. I think that was not even $35. Whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff, which a lot of this I find really cool. You know, finding something like this, a nice snap trap, basically brand new, doesn't look like it's ever even been used. A bunch of other stuff. That right there, that Starrett combination square, really nice. Got it, the box that I got it in, I paid $15 for the box. That Starrett ruler combination square is worth anywhere from $75 to $100 as is, and it's all there in really nice condition. I'm really excited about that. A couple mag flashlights, you know, those are 30-ish bucks a piece, and they came in another box, and a bunch of random tools. Most of these I'm not gonna be keeping. I do like those shears right there. Those are some old school Craftsman shears. Got a nice hole saw. Some other random tools, probably won't be keeping it. That whole Makita box over there is full of drill bits. Not really going to be using that. I've already got a boatload of drill bits. Really nice flight computer, which I don't need. I've already got a couple, but it's just cool, vintage stuff. Some no bull climbing carabiners, Omegas, really cool. These over here, these might make the whole day. I mean, other than the steel, these guys right here got a pile of basketball and baseball cards, and Mrs. H already looked up some of them, and they potentially could be worth thousands of dollars. So that's always nice to know. We'll see though. You know, this whole pile of dog crates. There's 5 dog crates. What do we pay? $15? $12.50 for 5 dog crates. You can't even buy this one big one here for less than 75 bucks by itself. And between 3 dogs and rabbits and chickens and baby goats and everything else, we definitely have a use for them. So if you're considering getting into this kind of stuff, you know, it's honestly a good, fun family day. You know, you get to spend the day outside. Fortunately, today the weather held out. It was supposed to rain on and off, and it didn't. So happy about that. And it was mild temperatures, probably in the mid-50s most of the day. So for us, that's really nice. And a score like this, you know, less than 400 bucks, and we're hopefully going to make some pretty serious money off of it. We'll find out. Anyway, if you got any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to throw it in the comments. I answer all the questions down there and get back to everybody. Appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next video.